The gospel music industry needs an overhaul, period.
For those that aren't aware, Mr. Dietrick Haddon is referring to the BET Awards and the recipient of the Dr. Bobby Jones Award, none other than.
First of all, I want to thank God, because this is a gospel award, huh? This is my first BET Award, even though I've been here 3 years to get nominated 6 times every time. It's a blessing to get the gospel award first, because I owe it all to God. Shout out to BET too. I love BET too. Shout out to Kirk Franklin. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of scared to ask him for a feature on this song because y'all know how I be rapping. But I was like, oh my God, when he said yes, I was so excited. I had this song in the vault for so long. Shout out to Maverick City, Kiara Sherd. Don't mind my accent, don't laugh at me. And Chandler Moore, and shout out to God. And shout out to my mama. My mama a big, shout out to my mama, my dad, and my Uncle Johnny, Tammy.
Now that you have context, let's listen to what Dietrick had to say about this.
After last night's show, it's an indicator that we just need a complete reset. Like what are we doing? Are we allowing this to happen over and over again and wonder why the gospel music industry is dying? Come on, man. In order to have something different, you have to do something different. So we need people in the room that know gospel music, that's in the trenches of gospel music, that's advocating for the genre as a whole and not one particular person. It's already a small genre. So it's hard for us to watch the Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel Award being given to somebody that's not in our space, right? No disrespect to the artist, but that's not the space she's in. And so it makes it discouraging, disappointing, and it takes the wind out of all of it. And we wonder why gospel music is dying. It's because we're doing things like that. Well, on top of that is, we're tired, nobody will say this, but I will, of seeing the same people being celebrated year after year. Like there is nobody else in gospel music. Like no one else is working. You cannot just give it to one person as if they're the ones that's keeping it going. No. We're done with that. Last night was a great win for the ratings for BET. I give certain people awards for ratings, but it was not a win for the gospel music industry.
Okay, I wasn't going to go there, but I feel that since I'm familiar with that realm, I get to speak out on this. Number one, I want to address the fact Dietrick has a valid point when talking about a non-gospel artist winning the Bobby Jones Award. That award was created and geared towards awarding a deserving gospel artist for their contributions to the industry and awarding them on the big stage of the BET Awards for their songs in the industry. Here's the problem. When you have so many artists producing music at one time and all of them restricting themselves to one particular genre and not working with other artists, not exploring other types of ways to celebrate their love for God, they kind of box themselves in and don't give much room for growth. Number two, why is Dietrick so pissed about a non-gospel artist receiving an award for gospel? Shouldn't there be happiness and joy that at least she's being recognized for something other than rapping about sex, drugs, and other things that don't particularly pertain to a saved and sanctified lifestyle? If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Nicki being considered for that same award 3 years ago for rapping with a gospel artist? I didn't hear people screaming and hollering then. Like seriously, it sounds very much like Hater and it's screaming pick me, but moving on. Number three, and I'm not going to lie, I don't listen to Glorilla's music. It just doesn't work for me, but that's my preference. But here is my issue with the gospel music genre of today. We have people who are the pot calling the kettle black. Meaning, contrary to his point about the industry dying, newsflash buddy, no one takes it serious anymore. Especially when the very people that are supposed to be the leaders of the industry are doing things like this.
Hey, I think it's time to do it again.
I'm just saying, if you're going to talk about the industry, you need to take your place in it. or you need to get out of the way and stop complaining, especially when you're doing the same things that these kids are out here doing. I'm just saying, who's going to take a guy seriously saying that he has faith when he's out here just like a YN and parading around the music video set with a bulletproof vest as if he has some beef with a sinner or something? Another point I would like to add is that if we're going to start complaining about the gospel industry, then you need to call out its essential figurehead. I mean, just look who she called out on stage. She essentially named gospel royalty. She called Kira Sheard and Kirk Franklin. Kira is the daughter of Karen Clark Sheard, who, as everyone knows, is gospel royalty, with an extremely rich family, history, and gospel music. And of course, she called out Kirk, who at this point is practically a gospel comedian who is not known for his strictness when it comes to his values within Christianity or the church. This is why I said it's screaming. Pick me because Dietrich's name was not mentioned on stage. I had to think about this for a minute. Dietrich wasn't mad because of there needing to be an overhaul in the industry. He was mad because no one is searching for him anymore. If you're not producing and dropping music regularly, no one's going to care what you say. Now let's get down to the heart of this matter. The bottom line is this. I totally disagree with that DHaddy said regarding this essentially being a loss for the gospel genre. I couldn't disagree more. Let me explain.
The bottom line is this. Dietrich is one of those people where if he's not up for an award, he's not coming to the show. I would love to have seen Dietrich actually come out and say, hey, I congratulate Glow. She did a good job on the record, but we need to shift this more towards people that produce gospel songs regularly. No offense to her, but we got to bring it back to where it was intended. What he said sounded like straight hating and straight, oh, pick me, y'all should have nominated me for an award. Did you drop a song? Did you submit a song to BET? Are you the one that's advocating for an award show for the gospel genre? Because last time I checked, I didn't see anything on a listing about a gospel award show, especially geared towards black people. I ain't seen nothing like that going on. The Dove Awards and the K-Love Awards are the biggest thing. Ain't nobody checking for no gospel award show because y'all not really doing nothing. Y'all just dropping music to y'all radio stations and then that's it. When y'all get an award show that we can take seriously, then maybe we'll watch it and maybe we'll want to pay attention. And to his point about, oh, it's a loss for the gospel genre, I totally disagree. Because the fact that you have an artist that is pretty much touted as one of the next up in Glorilla on stage name dropping Kurt Franklin, Kira Sheard, and Maverick City Music, the fact that she's actually on stage of a major award show that was probably seen by more people in its history, dropping their names, are going to bring more attention to the gospel genre. Now, my question to you, Dietrich, is this. Why don't you come forward and say, yo, she just bigged us up, some of the big leaders in the gospel genre. We need to get our own award show. We need to bring that back. She'll show up to that award show because she name dropped y'all, and they'll feature her song on as one of the awards up. And if she comes, guess what? Now she's going to bring more eyes to the gospel genre. More eyes than any of you have possibly done in the last 5 or 6 years. So I'm just saying, Dietrich, if you're going to go there, let's go there. You need to be the one to putting in the work because you're one of the gospel star awards, right? If you're not going to do nothing, keep your mouth shut.